You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
At dollarseed.com, all of our seeds are only $1 a pack. And we have online resources that teach you all about the rewarding hobby of growing your own plants, flowers, herbs, and vegetables. Imagine the joy you'll feel when your children actually help you harvest your first garden crop, or the pride of knowing you'll never need a florist again. Visit dollarseed.com and grow a little magic of your own for just $1. Dollarseed.com. What could be healthier?
Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I'm your host, Deanie. We have a very special guest for you guys, so you definitely want to stick around for that. And as a matter of fact, text your buddies, family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before we bring our guest on, I do want to say, well, I just want you to listen. You know, you are alive and you are living. So act like it, you know, make things happen, learn, love, explore, and experience. When a problem comes along, solve it. When an opportunity appears, jump right into it. When conditions change, adapt. When you encounter beauty, enjoy it. And when you run into hardship, survive it. Indeed, you know, some of these things are what life is all about. Well, all of them, you know, is what life is all about. Fill every moment of today with positive, purposeful living. When the challenges come, take them in stride and use your considerable resources to move on past them. You survived this long, right? When the joyful moments arrive, savor them with all your being, and the joys you experience will last a lifetime, and it will last a lifetime. When you encounter sadness, you know, keep in mind how very much you truly care. Don't hide in the dark. Dance in the light. Say what you think. Follow the dreams that define who you are. Let the world know you are here. Feel the wind in your face. Let true joy infect your heart. Today is a day of being fully alive. So why in the world would you want to, you know, spend it any other way? Get up, get out, and get busy. Filling this day with richness of living that is your very own. And I know, today is almost over with. Guess what? You get a brand new one tomorrow. And with that, that is my word, and word is bond.
Have you struggled budgeting your finances? Don't worry, you're not alone. HumbledBudget.com, that's HumbledBudget.com, is the help and resource you've been searching for. HumbledBudget.com is a personal finance and educational website with a great variety of topics when it comes to budgeting, taxes, investing, and the popular topic of FIRE, financial independence, retire early. HumbledBudget.com has a goal, and that's to help you reach your financial dreams, no matter what your goals are when it comes to finances. It doesn't matter where you start, where you come from, or where you are right now. HumbledBudget.com can help. What are you waiting for? Take that first step to the financial life you've dreamed of and go to HumbledBudget.com. That's HumbledBudget. HumbledBudget.com.
Hey, again, welcome to the show. You are listening to VRL. That's Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I'm your host, Deanie. Our interviews are designed to go beyond the music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, and sometimes even past that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these incredible human beings, the ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. I want to welcome you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Our guests today are not just musical prodigies, but also a shining example of friendship, resilience, and out-of-this-world talent, comprising of bob-dougherty, Alex Track, nate-gignac, and Max Pierce. Let me introduce you guys to the rock sensation of the moment, Sensaround. And with that, let's welcome them to the show. Hello, hello. What's up?
Hey, Deanie, this is bob-dougherty. I'm the front man of the band, and I'm going to be representing today, but I do very much appreciate you mentioning all the guys' names.
Absolutely. Welcome, Bob. How are you?
I'm really well. I would be remorseful if I didn't get the pronunciation of your name exactly right. Is it Deanie? Is that your nickname?
Yes, sir. Deanie. Short for Houdini.
All right. Short for Houdini. I actually met the rapper Houdini back in the 90s when I was working at a video post-production facility in Manhattan.
Nice. Jaleel?
Yeah. How's that?
Jaleel Hutchins, I believe that's his name.
Oh, you're going by his real name? You know, I could tell you plenty of rappers' full names. That's not one that I know. I know that LL Cool J is James Todd Smith. I know that Ice Cube is O'Shea Jackson. I did not know that that was the name of Houdini, though.
Yeah. Well, man, welcome to the show. And to kick off our conversation, here's a question for you, Bob. During the pandemic, many of us took a moment to reflect and reevaluate. I mean, we kind of were forced to do that. What's one lesson that this pause in life taught you?
Well, I have to admit, it's a very convenient question for me because I have a very solid answer. And I do want to thank you profusely for having me on your show. It is an honor to appear. But I'll tell you, as far as the pandemic goes, it did a lot of harm to the world, and a lot of people suffered, not only financially, but psychologically. And for me, I have to admit, I feel so much empathy for the people who had a hard time with it. It probably came, however, at the least inconvenient time of my life. And the reason I say that is because we were getting our live show ready, and the pandemic hit, and it put a pause on the world, as you said. And at the time, I really needed to hone my rhythm electric guitar playing skills, because for years prior, I had been playing acoustic guitar and playing solo shows, but playing as the front man in a 4-piece rock band was new to me. And I didn't realize that I wasn't going to be playing acoustic guitar. I was going to be playing electric rhythm guitar. And it's a different muscle memory. I can't tell you how uncomfortable those early rehearsals were when I found this out and I was trying to play palm muted eighth notes. And to make it sound right, you need experience. You can't just be some other kind of guitar player and come into it and expect to be an expert. So I had to throw literally thousands of hours at this to get competent. And so when the pandemic hit, it provided me with an excuse to just seclude myself in my apartment, and I devoted myself to getting good at these electric guitar techniques, these rhythm guitar techniques, 7 days a week, upwards of 5, 6, sometimes 7 hours a day. And I really found it was convenient for me, but at the same time, I felt a suitable empathy and sympathy for the people in the world who didn't find the pandemic so convenient.
Absolutely. Wow. So that given time, even though it was pretty crucial, you found a silver lining, or you used that opportunity to your advantage to really hone that skill.
Yeah, 100%. I remember I was corresponding with a comedian from New York named Tony Deo, and he told me he was proud of me for doing that because he told himself he was going to accomplish all sorts of things during the lockdown. He told himself he was going to learn a new language, et cetera, so forth and so on, and read all these books that he had on his list and didn't. And here I was. At least I made good on my promise to myself to do that. And if I may, I want to also tell you that there were a lot of people who thought that when the pandemic ended, we were just going to hear a deluge of music that was poignant and personal to people and powerful, because during the pandemic they had no choice but to be alone. So what could they do but practice and write? But I didn't feel the same way, because in my honest opinion, the best songs come from true inspiration and lived experiences. And if you're not out there moving about society, and if you're not out there interacting with people and forming relationships and going through things like love and loss and trying to cultivate relationships and take trips and go through adventures, then you're not going to have the same level of inspiration to write songs as you otherwise would. So in my opinion, the pandemic was the lockdowns were a phenomenal time for practicing versus writing.
I hear that. All right. So Bob, you made significant career transition from video editing to music. What happened? What caused this change?
Well, when I was a kid, it was never really impressed upon me by my folks that it would be a great idea to get into entertainment, because I come from a family that's a bit more conservative when it comes to careers, and business was something that was emphasized. Something that would involve a workaday job. It could be business, it could be law, anything along those lines that involved an office and a 40-hour, a 50-hour week. But I was always creative. But because I thought that being an entertainer was implausible, in my early life, I didn't set my sights on fronting a band. I just figured that performing could be a hobby. And what I did was I got into video post-production because it seemed like a reliable enough, steady job, but it was still on a creative bent. And so while I was working at the video post-production facility in New York, I tended to get a lot more passionate about editing my own projects, meaning I'd stay late after work. If I was on a night shift, I'd be there overnight. But the point is, I would shoot my own videos, and then I would have the best toys in town in terms of editing. This was before everybody had editing software on their computers and their phones, so it was a privilege to be able to do this stuff. And everyone noticed, you seem to be taking your own videos a lot more seriously than wanting to, get promoted and take on big accounts. And I couldn't deny that. It's very true. So I started playing open mics also in New York City. Once my company had to downsize, I got let go, but it was a blessing because it led to the career that I really wanted all along, which was performing. I got a job on a cruise ship. I worked on the Disney Wonder, and Jennifer Hudson was on that same ship. She was lead singer in the main stage cast, so she would belt out Circle of Life by Elton John at the shows in the theater. I was on the cruise staff, and then that led to getting a job at Club Med, a vacation village in Cancun, Mexico, where I was the village entertainer. So now I'm not on a cruise anymore, I'm on a land resort, but I had the unique job of being the entertainer, so I would do 3 or 4 characters a day in a comic vein, usually in a bit of an inane comic vein, to entertain the 400 to 600 guests that we would have at the village. And because I played guitar and sang, I was also able to do the happy hour performances at the main bar at night.
Man, okay, wow. So I'm also interested in hearing about the name and what it means to you, Sensaround.
Well, the name was something that Alex came up with. And Alex is the band's co-founder. And he and I coincidentally met while I was still working in a Club Med. And he was on vacation. I told him that I had entertained the thought of moving to LA, and he said, if you do, I hope you'll look me up. We'll make a record together. Because he heard me play an acoustic set while he was on vacation at Club Med, and I was working there. And he said, I like this guy's voice. and he's got no ego, and it'd be a real pleasure to be in a band with someone like him. So what happened was I moved to Los Angeles a year later. Oddly enough, we didn't start working together for another 5 years, which is crazy. But I think when I first moved here to Los Angeles, I was a bit intimidated because here he was, having spent a whole lifetime in music. His father was headed up the Vienna. He was the director of the Vienna Boys Choir in Austria. Alex had graduated from the Academy of Music in Vienna. He won a Grammy. He won a Grammy working on Ike Turner's last album of his life, which was called Rising with the Blues from 2006. So I ended up looking him up because I had about 3 demos that I had recorded with another engineer who was a lot newer at it, and Alex was going to master those songs. But when he heard them, he told me, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but these aren't master ready. So he remixed them for me. Then he mastered them. But more significantly, that's what led to us finally collaborating together. So the very next song we did, instead of me having complete autonomy over it, I submitted the demo, and then Alex produced it and arranged it. And we realized that we had a pretty strong chemistry with this formula of my blueprints, my demos, and then his expertise with respect to music theory, producing, arranging, engineering, and that's how we got this off the ground. So you asked about the name, and that came about because we'd been considering names. I submitted somewhere around 20, 30 names, and Alex didn't see any of those on a marquee in his imagination. And then one night he had a dream, and he saw Sensaround on a marquee. And he thinks that it came to him because back in the 70s, there was this experimental technique with movie theaters called Sensaround, but it was spelled differently than the way we spell it. It was spelled surround, as if you're surrounded. And we thought, yeah, that is a great name because I like the sonic quality of it. It feels like you're sensing the music around you. And what happened was he woke up from the dream, forgot the name. He was really frustrated. And then fortunately it came back to him and he proposed it. And I said, yeah, I'm down with Sensaround. Let's do that.
Wow, man. He forgot the name and then somehow it came back to him. What were some of the names that you submitted?
Well, there was a name called Colony of Grace. And there's a lyric in one of our songs called Lost Moments, and it includes the phrase Colony of Grace. And I really liked the way it sounded, and he did too. My father especially liked it. And so we were considering that name, but he told me, that name sounds a little bit too much like a Christian rock band. And with all due respect to that, we're not a Christian rock band. So we want to make sure we pick the right name. It's very important. And other names that I thought up, I can barely remember. Sometimes a word would just come to me like volition, and then I would look it up and find out there's some other band already called that. But I think that it's a good thing Alex thought of that, because for all of my contributions in terms of writing lyrics and demos, I don't know that I had that in me. I think him coming up with Sensaround was a blessing.
Absolutely. All right. We are getting ready to play Valley of Gray, and then we'll be back for more Sensaround. Stay tuned.
All right.
Waking the night to the answer at
Welcome back, guys. Oh, man, what an incredible song. Sensaround, Valley of Gray. All right, let's bring Bob back. Hello.
Hey, Deanie, thank you in earnest for the spin. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So, man, I forgot to mention that we normally have a segment where we allow our special guests to either perform, it could be rapping, singing, playing an instrument, telling a story from their life, poetry, telling a joke, or just giving some advice. Or you don't have to do anything at all, but yeah, if you'd like to participate, it'll be really cool.
I saw that notice from my PR agency. I thought, all right, if that's how they do it, throw me to the wolves. Put my feet to the fire. I can give you a combo plate if you want.
All right, cool. We love it.
All right. I wrote this for you today in the event that you would ask me to do it. I didn't know I would have the opportunity to present a rap to you. So since I would be incapable of a freestyle rap, figured if I did it just a couple of hours ago, is that close enough?
Yes, sir.
All right. On August 29th, I was tasked with this interview. Vigilantes Radio said, give us a glimpse of you. It's Michael Jackson's birthday, and now I have to rap a bit, but these days I sing and play guitar, so that's the fat of it. I don't deny I'm quirky, and at times that I'm less serious, and other times I'm shaken, even though I said I'm fearless. We're on pace, but the facts of the case are indisputable. I got a gun made out of wax, and the damn thing's unshootable. With DJ Houdini, I feel a hospitality. The iPhone's reminders got me full of punctuality. You'll know it's time to go when the last rhyme gets clipped. You'll hear the word cut out, and you'll think, yo, he didn't. Because it cut out.
Oh man, clever. And man, you have a good voice for nerdcore hip hop. You ever heard of it?
Oh yeah. No, tell me about it, because before I was even into singing and playing guitar in my teens, rap was my genre of choice.
Yeah, man, you have a knack for it. I would love to hear it on an album one day.
I to be honest with you, I doubt Alex would allow it. He probably wouldn't want to mix genres and confuse people.
For sure. All right. Where can we find out about more of Sensaround and connect with you online?
Oh, well, you can look us up on our website, which is sensaroundmusic.com. Of course, we have a YouTube channel, so you can look us up on YouTube, and you can hear all of our songs and see our videos. We have a music video, and we have lyric videos for everything else. And then for Instagram, it's at Sensaround Band.
All right. And before we let you
Do you want
go,
an acoustic song or a corny joke? What else can I serve up for you, Houdini?
Okay. We have about 4 more minutes. Corny joke.
All right. If it doesn't contain any curse words, but it's suggestive, is that going to pass muster?
It will.
All right. This guy comes home with a bouquet of flowers for his wife. She sees it and says, oh, I guess now I'm going to have to spread my legs. And he says, why? Don't you have a vase?
Okay. Oh man.
You can add the last track in there on a delay if you want.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Bob, man, it was a pleasure having you here and hearing your jokes and your rapping.
Oh, well, if we're out of time, I won't do an acoustic song, but I want to thank you sincerely. It was a true pleasure to be invited onto your show, and I don't take it lightly.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We were privileged. Take care.
All right. Well, I hope we speak again. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio Live. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab it from either Spreaker.com/only1media group, Spotify, Castbox, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, the app Podcast Addict, or over at our website, which again is onlyonemediagroup.com, and that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. If you like to request some music or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That is V as in Victor. And here's my disclaimer: we are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, scratch all of that, because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Just kidding. On behalf of myself, Denny, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok, at all social media sites, as well as Spreaker, YouTube. We always follow back. Okay, well, just remember to put yourself into everything that you do and never stop investing in yourself. Peace, love, grilled cheese, and talk with you later.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.